Hey, how's it going, guys? As highly requested, today I'll be checking out the Nextbook, Aries 8A. On the front, it shows that it has Intel inside, which is usually not a good thing, but we gotta stay open-minded about this. And then everything else that comes standard with any Android tablet, and I'm assuming there's Android 6.0 Marshmallow because there's a Marshmallow logo. On the side, I think it shows that it has a Kobo app, so that's bloatware there. Then on the other side, it shows more bloatware that's there that I'm probably gonna uninstall after I get it. But hey, you don't have to if you don't want to. And then on the back, it tells you there's an 8-inch 1280 by 800 IPS touchscreen. That's not bad. A 16 gigs of onboard storage, micro SD expansion up to 128 gigs, 1 gigabyte of DDR3 RAM. So 1 gig is low, but I don't know what to say. I mean, I've said it a million times. An Intel Atom processor, but it's a quad-core CPU that goes up to 1.92 gigahertz, so it's a Gen 8 GPU processor. Okay, so that sounds pretty good so far. And a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, 0.3 front and 2 megapixel back, and then some other stuff here, Bluetooth 4.0. And then I like how they give the dimensions down here. So you have the tablet itself, a micro USB and wall outlet to recharge the tablet. You got a manual and silica gel. So the power button is on the side along with the volume rockers, and it's turning on for the first time. One thing I do like, I gotta say, is that it has a more sleek kind of look. I don't know how to put it exactly, and the bezels are thin on the side so you can hold it in one hand. There's a textured back on here, and it shows Intel inside. The speakers on the bottom, it's a really small grill, and then the 2 megapixel rear facing camera. On the top, you have all these ports here. And then nothing else on the side, on any other side. I want to see the brightness, so yeah, it doesn't get too bright, but I would say it's decent enough. I mean, you don't have the TFT screen, so I can't complain too much about it, especially for a cheap tablet. Let's see, so 1.63 gig used out of 10.17 gigabytes. So if you do the math, you have about 8 gigs left. Is that right? Sorry, it's just late at night, guys. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, so and let's see what firmware it's on. Android 6.0.1. I gotta say, I was feeling kind of unsure about reviewing this tablet because when I saw it online, it got like 2 out of 5 stars, or even less than that, or slightly more. So I was like, what's going on with this tablet? But since a lot of you asked to do it, I'm like, why not? Alright, did a benchmark here with the Antutu benchmark, and it gets quite a high score at 57,000. That's actually the highest score I've seen on a budget tablet like this one. Now, there's one thing that does disappoint me, and I tried playing Injustice on here and it just crashed. And the reason might be is because it's running a Intel HD graphics GPU. I don't know exactly which one it is. I'm not too familiar with all the Intel HD graphics, but usually they're on the laptops and they don't run as well as like an NVIDIA GPU or something. But I mean, NVIDIA GPUs are a completely different story, I guess. These aren't laptops. And then it has a Intel CPU, Intel Atom X5 Z8300 CPU right here. Now, yeah, like I said before, that's a pretty high score. Let's go ahead and check out a few games here. So the first game I have here is a free game called Fruit Ninja. And so far, everything's looking pretty smooth. When I was interacting on the menu, I did notice a little bit of a stuttering, but yeah, so far the gameplay doesn't look too bad. Now there's more stuff that's coming in. Right now we're going to try out Subway Surfers, another 3D game. It's not that, it's kind of intensive, it's 3D, so yeah, and it's handling it pretty well. Actually, really well. I don't know what the reviews are that are so negative about it. I'll have to check it out. I'll stop the video somewhere and just read it myself to see what the problem is, because so far everything looks pretty good on this, I gotta say. So I'm wondering why it has 2 stars. There must be a catch somewhere. And I just want to make this like a quick unboxing video / first impressions. And yeah, my first impressions, I'm liking it so far. It has the highest score on any on an Antutu benchmark, based off of any tablet I've used, any budget tablet under $100. And by the way, you can pick this up for, it goes for 80 bucks, but I picked this up for $40. It was on sale, so probably wait until then if you can. It's on Amazon. and I'll have a link down below. There's a few other colors you can pick from. I had a black one. I think I saw there's a total of like 3 or 4 colors to pick from. So yeah, this is handling it really well. No problems whatsoever. I don't... Okay, now we're starting to see a little bit of stutter here as it goes faster. I don't know if that's going to impact the game performance as, you know, things get really hectic in this game. Like torrenting, and I'm not condoning anything like that, but I'm just saying that's an option. Number 2, don't buy everything at once. Patience is... So you can watch videos in 720p on here because it is a 1280 by 80 by 800 resolution, and the sound quality is, it sounds tinny. You know, it's a very small speaker back here, but it's okay, I'll say. Alright, that came out as is, you know, 2 megapixels. Keep your expectations low. Let's go ahead and check out a few websites here. So I'm going to click yahoo.com and we'll go there just to see how smooth browsing is on here. Now, of course, if it's slow, if the loading is slow, it's probably my internet, so yeah. Colors dissolved, okay. Typical. Oh, great. Alright, so 167 drivers pay it forward through McDonald's drive-thru. That's uplifting news right there. I mean, that's great. That's great to hear. Oh, I guess you can't double tap to zoom in. So there is kind of a delay when you try to zoom in and out. So far, everything looks good on this tablet. Now, I'm sad that I wasn't able to play Injustice 2 with such a high score, you know, over 50,000. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, if you want to see a full review, let me know down below, and I might do one regardless. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to get informed on that. And as always, thanks for watching.